Hello and welcome to Multi Movie Monday. I'm your host, Lazy Universe, and when I'm not being flagged but being copyright claimed by different movie studios for probably an accidental reason in my reviews that make me so happy that I have to go back and redo it again, you motherfuckers. You Or YouTube just being a dick with me for stupid reason like they did when I was supposed to do my thing retrospective by comparing the original movie to the 2011 movie, or prequel. I'm here in my own little universe reviewing movies, and yes, just to let you guys know, even though it's not going to be in the title, this is technically a re-upload. The reason why is because, well, YouTube decided to fuck me over and decide. Well, they wouldn't even tell me if anything happened at the time of this recording. They told me nothing that has happened in that review, so you can leave it up to your own suggestions, your own theories. Because in my The Thing review, they told me that I was using copyrighted music, even though there was no copyrighted music in The Thing. Probably what I would assume is that it was my mistake because you trying to time 10-second clips is honestly kind of like the hard part, especially if I revert back to like doing a joke and then going back to the clips. It is kind of hard to keep up with 10-second clips, so it could have been my bad. But all things considering, I was mostly using between 5 to 10-second clips entirely, or 10 to 15-second clips. So, either way, welcome to Animated Animal Day, and it is going to be about the DC League of Super Pets and also the DreamWorks Universal, The Bad Guys. And we're going to start things off with League of Super Pets first. Growing up with the OG Scott Joe Crypto the Superdog series on Cartoon Network, which got with Crypto, I believe, being voiced by Jason Morrison. Anybody remember DC League of Super Pets? No? I mean, not League of Super Pets, but Crypto the Superdog. No. Old series on Cartoon Network came out roughly around the time that Justice League Unlimited was beginning. No, not ringing any bells. God, I'm old. Anyways, let's dig into DC League of Super Pets, try to do this video right, and hopefully that this will not be copyright claimed. Right? Right? Please don't copyright claim me! Our film opens up to the original 1978 Superman film by showing us the relationship that Krypto and Superman had when Soup was just a baby. Yes, but while the cute animal video do happen, Jor-El and Mara decided they must save their son because Krypton is being destroyed, only this time Krypto goes with them. I think that in this moment the writers were trying to give us like the vibe of man's best friend and what man's best friend would do for his best friend, so it is kinda sweet. Afterward, we open up the Crypto the Superdog watching Superman sleep as he wants to go for a walk and get his exercise in for the day, but Superman is being lazy.
This is unpleasant for both of us.
You know what's weird? The fact that a pet sitting on your face is much more unappealing than if a woman sits on a man's face. You do realize that these things just are just very weird, don't you know? But true story, when I was a cat dad, my cat actually loved to do this from time to time, where he would basically, in a sense, sit on my face to try and get my attention. Yes, sometimes his butthole would be in the front of my face, or sometimes he would just lay down on my face for apparently no other reason than to get my attention. So I can honestly say I know how Superman felt when Krypto just sat right on his face. But in a good way, the film gets across how well that Superman and Krypto get along with each other, and it is very sweet and memorable, for especially for this film. We even get to see nods to them taking care of crime, cleaning up crime in the city, and taking care of it as friends should, and it's a very sweet moment. But Superman seems to be having some difficulties, since he wants to have a life with Lois Lane, but Krypto the Superdog unfortunately is there during the whole thing. While talking to some dogs in the park, the dogs tell him what Superman basically has planned, but Krypto doesn't believe them because he and Bruce, as he says, are inseparable. But this eventually leads into a pretty funny scene where he sees that Superman loves Lois, and he tries to get his full-hearted attention, but he hallucinates during the whole thing. Needless into the pet store where we meet some of the leads of super pets that would later on be coming. Ace the Bat Hound, PB the Pig, Merlin the Turtle, and I forget what the squirrel name is. But evil comes in the shape of the form of Lulu the Guinea Pig, who is actually the main villain of the entire movie, and that's just fucking hilarious. Lulu, no joke, is probably the best thing about this movie. She's a guinea pig that was experimented on by Lex Luthor, so she is as intelligent as Lexi. Speaking of old Luthor, Luthor is looking at a meteorite of orange kryptonite and that he can gain superpowers from the orange kryptonite, but unfortunately that doesn't happen. Yeah, but I don't think that the movie was right about the orange kryptonite giving people superpowers or the animals, but I don't remember, so what do I know? Anyways, after Luthor was apprehended by the Great Justice League that appeared before him, especially Batman, voiced by Keanu Reeves, knocking him out, Krypto throws away the shard. The orange kryptonite, though, just happened to land at the pet shop where it gives these pets, or these innocent pets, all different and various superpowers. After Lulu makes her escape, the League of Super Pets end up doing the same thing by going away and figuring out what they should do and where they should go since they're free now. So in a strange and twist and turn of events, Superman ends up being destroyed by Lulu. I wish I was joking, but that's actually what ends up happening. After Krypto accidentally swallows some kryptonite and ends up looking, well, like this, he finds the other pets and tells them that he needs their help saving Superman. But only a few pets are on board, except for Ace the Bat Hound, who wants nothing to do with his superhero fantasies and declines. Eventually, however, Krypto ends up telling the gang that they should join him on his adventure, and eventually the whole entire group, including Ace, are into the game. However, there comes a moment where Krypto eventually wants to give up on saving Superman because he feels that he and the pets can't do it, which leads into one of my favorite scenes. I'm not going to show it because this movie begged to be seen by people, but the scene where Ace the Bat Hound tells his backstory before Bruce Wayne adopted him, it is a lot more sympathetic than the origin that was given to him in Batman Beyond. I fucking broke down in tears, man. Maybe I'm a baby, but I broke down in tears watching Ace the Bat Hound's backstory. I'm not going to spoil it because I want people to try and see this movie so you can see the backstory yourself. It is a very sweet, very heartbreaking story what happened to him, and maybe this is very sympathetic to other animals out there of when this situation happens. But Ace just not this isn't a spoiler, but Ace was a superhero long before he met Batman in this circumstance, and it is a very, very touching moment that had me in freaking tears, dude. I was crying when I found out what happened with Ace, so I gotta applaud the writers on this. That was a very, very good scene, and I hope to see more like that if they ever make a sequel. But my God, I was just in fucking tears. God bless you, League of Super Pets. So after that reference, and also a Top Gun reference, because Krypto flies them into the city where they are going to rescue the Justice League. That is until they're attacked by a kitten of the name Whiskers, who tells them that he must destroy them once and for all. Did I mention Mittens is a super cat? You are watching an animated film where a cyborg kitty cat is destroying the League of Super Pets because they dare tread on his grounds. God fucking bless you, animation. Is there nothing that you can't do? Actually, no, really. Is there anything that you can't do because you always impress me? So after disposing of Mittens and figuring out the entire Justice League's, what's the plan, they end up saving the Justice League, and they end up saving O'Dare. Also, while not spoiling it, something does happen to Lulu when she absorbs a bunch of orange kryptonite, but I won't be spoiling what that is here. But after that whole hilarious event happens, Crypto decides that he will be happy with Superman if he chooses to marry Lois in a very sweet and sentimental scene. Also, to make things sweeter, the other Super Pets decide to take on a leader of their own, such as the Squirrel taking on the Green Lantern, Flash meeting Merlin, Wonder Woman ends up meeting PB, who wishes to be her guardian pig and partner in crime, as Wonder Woman cannot decline, because she's cuddle buddies. And after Batman and Ace of Bat-Hound tell their ridiculous backstory, they end up getting together, which I thought was so sweet. So after this all has happened, the Super Pets League is formed and united, but what is the crime that they have to respond to?
My name's the FedEx guy. Hey, I know that dog. He's giant and blue and about to crush us. Can't crush.
That scene, no joke, had me laughing my ass off, because in the movie they showed the Corgi about 3 to 4 times before finally showing that big reveal that he might be the main villain if there ever is a sequel. Please let there be a sequel. And it just had me almost on the floor, just laughing my ass off, busted a gut. I was like, this is too fucking funny. You know, I had the entire squeaky voice phenomenon going that I get. Anyways, we're gonna move on from here to a book series by Aaron Blabby known as The Bad Guys. And I gotta say, while this was just a mild interest pick for me, I'm actually happy with this pick because this movie is pretty damn good for all things worth it. It is funny, it is amazing to look at, and the story for it is just brilliant. But let's go talk more about that when they review. Let's talk about some bad guys. We begin our movie in a pretty interesting way by taking a look at Wolf and Snake inside of a restaurant just eating their food. Not only that, they get across very quickly about how the relationship between Wolf and his other cohorts basically work, especially with him and Snake being friends the longest. After they innocently enough do a heist that's up to a bank chase where Wolf tells us all about his little gang of cohorts that he just happened to have in this movie. With their hacker on 8 legs, Tarantula, voiced by the amazing Aquafina that I talked about in the Way of the Last Dragon review, and also Shang-Chi. They also have their Master of Disguise, or the Master of 1,000 Faces, named Shark, voiced by the amazing Craig Robertson, who is amazingly the funniest part about this whole film. They're the ragtag crazy man of the group, Piranha. And I gotta admit, this whole entire team did have me laughing from start to finish with this film, especially the heist that they pull off. But while they pulled off the biggest heist in the world, upon the news, the mayor, Diane, ends up calling them out and telling them, you're not perfect, you're nothing spectacular. And ends up leaving Wolf into figuring out what he could do for the entire gang, or for the rest of the film, and that he's going to steal the Golden Dolphin Trophy. But while at the gala, when everything was going well, Wolf decided to steal a little old lady's pocketbook, but as it turns out, he ends up by accident saving the old woman. This causes the old woman to be thankful for Wolf and everything that he had done, and especially giving him a hug and telling him that he is quite the good boy for saving the dear old granny. This has Wolf feeling very different about what he had been doing for his whole life and wants him to turn to the good side, even though his cohorts might not feel the same way as him. Unfortunately, the entire heist doesn't go the way that they plan, and the bad guys end up being kidnapped by the chief of police and end up taken into police custody. But as a way of getting off early, they decide to make a deal with the guinea pig and telling them that he will become good guys, or that they all will become good guys. Go to the home of the electric guinea pig, who tells them that they will have to do everything that he says in order to be proven innocent before the law and before the people before them. His first plan is to sneak them into a lab facility where they will save nothing but a bunch of guinea pigs from being test experiments. Takes a sight, a lot of them. Unfortunately, it doesn't go the way they intend, especially making Wolf specifically and particularly sad, which leads them into saving a kitty cat up a tree. Yeah, no, I wasn't lying when I said he's rescued a kitty cat up a tree, because he saves a little precious kitty from being stuck up in a tree. Aww. This leads them into becoming an overnight hit sensation, but they still want to plan one last heist and still get that golden dolphin away from everybody, too. But while at the event, something else is stolen, the meteorite from the movie, and everybody blames the bad guys almost instantly for stealing the meteorite. Yes, there's a hidden enemy in this movie who ended up framing the bad guys and ended up having them take the fall for him so he could get away scot-free. And the villain, in case you couldn't put it together, is the one, the only guinea pig. Guinea pigs are fucking evil, man, I suppose. They get you, man. Those cute little squeaks that they make, them running on that little wheel that sometimes they have, the way how they drink from a little container, the way how they eat the little food. Sure, everything may seem the same, but they're evil criminal masterminds, man. You gotta look out for the fucking guinea pigs. But let's not forget who the real mastermind behind everything is. Your little goldfish. So this actually ends up with Diane and Wolf actually teaming up. Diane being an old thief that has been an actor for a few years. Clever. So after the gang is almost lowered into their doom, they ended up being saved by Piranha, Shark, and Tarantula, with Snake missing because Snake had not reformed. This leads to Diane telling the chief of police that they're going to be reformed as they're going to bring back the meteorite, much to everybody's surprise. But, as you'd expect, they don't do that. It's not the same without their best friend Snake, so they end up begging him to come back so they can be a team yet again, as Snake does accept. It ends up with them being captured, but especially by the chief of police, who is very happy about the whole entire thing, as Diane was about ready to take the fall for them. But the entire team begged to differ and told her, no, we're going to take the entire fall for this, not you. So we're to blame. But of course, the guinea pig almost got away with it until the super police realized it's just a light with the clapper built into it as Snake was behind everything. And even caused the meteorite to explode so nobody could have it anymore, thus destroying the guinea pig's life and his thieving career. Brilliant Snake. As they wonder what their next big adventure would be, especially probably after they reformed and might end up reforming for the better of themselves for the good. And just to let you people know, yes, there is an after credit scene where they kind of hint that there will be a sequel possibly in the future for the bad guys. But just to be on the safe side, compared to the first time I uploaded this and to this time, I'm not going to be showing that. Just note that when they get out of prison, there is a huge little nudge, nudge, hint, hint, and going into probably sequel territory. But let's talk about these two films, starting with League of Super Pets. This is a great film, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's a great comedy. A few reviewers that I have seen talk about this, specifically like 3C Films, said that it was a funny film, and while I did watch it after I watched that review, I watched it the next morning, and I was like, I don't really see it. Well, yes, some of the jokes do land with me, but there are a lot of jokes that do not actually end up going anywhere for me. Specifically, I do like the story, and I do like the friendship between Crypto the Superdog and Ace the Bat Hound, or Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart, respectively, especially because this might be the actual friendship between Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart, because they are really good friends behind the camera or in front of the camera. So it might be that they have built up this friendship and then decided we're just gonna show it, but we're just gonna be animated dogs and thing. And also, I think the freaking saving grace of this movie was the amazing backstory for Ace the Bat Hound, really making him quite the sympathetic character, almost a little bit like Batman in the sense that you sympathize with what happened to him. Again, not spoiling it, but you should really see this film. This is an amazing animated film, if not really for the comedy, especially for the story. There's a lot of Easter eggs and references to like Marvel. They fucking pick on Marvel a lot. There's a reference to Thor, Wolverine, Gambit. There's just a bunch of little Easter eggs in here and there. There's also a reference to the death of Superman towards the end of the film with Crypto. That I'm just letting you guys know that ahead of time. Anyways, brilliant, amazing damn movie, and really hoping that there will be a sequel at some point. Maybe we get to see the Easter egg that happens at the end of League of Super Pets that you guys should look for. What happens with Mercy Graves and Lulu. Anyways, The Bad Guys is an amazingly funny movie. This had me rolling on my fucking floor, laughing my ass off at how funny that the jokes were in this. The animation style by DreamWorks and Universal is it's beautiful. I mean, when the movie started, I was amazed instantly by how great that the animation is. Really beautiful animation, really amazing voice cast, like I said, including Keith Robinson and also Aquafina, who I noted the voice sounded familiar for Tarantula, and then when the end credits were going on, when they showed that Aquafina voiced Tarantula, you guys did a brilliant fucking job by choosing her to voice Tarantula. Aquafina is making it her own. She's a brilliant voice actress. She's just an amazing actress and funny person, all things considering. So, again, brilliant choice. I really do hope that maybe, if not this year, maybe next year, that this movie will get a sequel, and I will be behind it 110% just to let you guys know. So, with that all being said, which one do I honestly prefer? I like both, to be truthful. I do like them both. But if I had to pick which one I liked more, it would mostly The Bad Guys. I will admit, the film League of Super Pets, and especially right there with Ace the Bat Hound backstory, you diseased maniacs. Damn you for that! I still have to go with The Bad Guys as more of the best film. It's really entertaining, very funny to watch, and the animation, again, is very, very beautiful. So, with that out of the way, what is my next review going to be, Universe? Bring it on it! More talking animals, but this time it's a old school talking animal. It's Scooby Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now. It is Scooby Doo meets Batman the Brave and the Bold, and the original Hanna-Barbera Scooby Doo meets Batman. So I guess it'll be Cape Crusader meets Meddling Kid Day next time. And we'll be taking a look at the original Hanna-Barbera one from 1974, and also Batman the Brave and the Bold. So yeah, I might have to do a top 10 favorite episodes of Batman the Brave and the Bold at some point. Maybe in February at some point. No promises, so if you guys are interested in seeing that, let me know in the comments down below. Because I will be talking a lot about Batman the Brave and the Bold probably. And I think the original 1974 one had Adam West voicing Batman and Casey Kasem as Robin. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Join me on Twitter in the link in the description down below. And tell me what you guys thought about The Bad Guys and also League Super Pets. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you maybe think that there's more to it? Let me know in the comment section down below. And also, if you just like this review, let me know what sequel that you're mostly excited for. Are you mostly excited for League of Super Pets, or are you mostly excited for The Bad Guys if a sequel is made for both or either or? Let me know in the comment section down below. Anyways, always remember, 21 Mondays, 21 movies, and I'll see you guys next time.